kindergarten.
Well, welcome everybody to this Tuesday night team call. This is Lisa Blaisdell, one of the HEAT team national marketing directors. I know it says I'm Nikki Cotton, but I'm just pretending to be her tonight. Chris and Nikki are out of town this week, and every week we come together, or every week, the following 3 weeks of the month, I can't even speak, we come together as a larger team and share incredible people that inspire us. And so I am so excited that a new friend, but someone that I know is going to be a great friend over the years, Jules Meeker, said yes, even though she is a very busy mom and a very in-demand national marketing director right now and just off a really, really cool vacation. So I'm so excited to be sharing her with all of you guys tonight and all of you who are going to watch this recording tomorrow. So let me introduce Jules, and I'm going to turn it over to her. She's got a great training for us. Jules Meeker is a 24 Club national marketing director with the Juice Plus company, well on her way to 39. I know that for a fact. Jules' background is in the field of fitness and wellness, where she has trained for the past 12 years as a certified ACE personal trainer, Prima Bar instructor. I know I'm not saying any of this right. A STOT Pilates instructor, a Schwinn spin instructor, and a CrossFit instructor. So just a couple of instructors, as well as being a certified life coach through the Life Coach Institute of Orange County. Her passion for helping other families improve their lifestyles through the Juice Plus business, become debt-free, travel, and live a life of their dreams is what motivates her daily. She lives in Lander, Wyoming, with her husband, Rob, and two awesome boys, William, who is 6, and Michael, who is 4. And you just inspire me all the time, Jules. I watch you on Facebook. I just love watching you be an awesome mom and just at the same time inspire people, and you're building an incredible business. So I'm excited to turn it over to you and take it away, my friend.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Lisa. And the feeling's mutual. You know, when you meet so many soul sisters in this business, and you meet someone, you're like, I love you. We have to have been friends for like a decade because I love you. And that's how I feel about you. So thanks. It really is truly mutual. And I'm so honored to be on your call this evening and share my story. And I do have quite a hefty story. So I'm not going to be super lengthy, but it is a lot of information. So get ready. I have a lot of energy because I'm a personal trainer, and that's just who we're made. God made us high energy. So I have a PowerPoint. You're going to want to take notes. And I'm going to first lead with, of course, my story, because that's what we do, right? We are paid storytellers. But as you heard in my introduction, I am Jules Meeker. And right now I live in Lander, Wyoming. Juice Plus business has created the opportunity to move back to Colorado, though. That's been our dream since we really moved here. It's a beautiful place, but our heart's in Colorado. So upon becoming a national marketing director last August, we knew it was on the horizon to move. But I do have 2 little guys, and I love this business because I get to be mama. And that is my first and foremost. Pick up, drop off, coach soccer. But I get paid as a career woman, right? In stolen moments still, even summer. We're running around, dropping them off, doing crafts at the table, and I am selling some Trio capsules today. And literally I'm like, here's a craft, do it. Okay, I'm doing my orders, and it's awesome, you guys. What we have is awesome. So I'm going to start out, though, my business. Let me just share the screen and pull up my PowerPoint. And here we go. Takes a second. It's going to come up. Okay, so you already heard my intro there. Okay, my story. So this picture is me 10 years ago when I said yes to Juice Plus. Okay, so I've been eating Juice Plus for a decade. So I'm going to share a little bit lengthier of my story because I want you to hear it all. Because there's going to be people on this call that need to know that not everyone signs up and becomes an NMD in 2 years, and it is a journey. So my journey started 10 years ago. I was a 24-year-old full-time Pilates instructor. In this picture was my very first marathon I had ever finished. That's the finish line. That was my expression. I'm so surprised I wasn't just, I had Juice Plus in my body, so I was happy. But I found Juice Plus, or Juice Plus found me, because I was talking to a new friend of mine. She asked me how my training was going for this marathon. And I said, it's good, but I'm really tired at 3:00. I'm really hitting the wall. I'm tired. And at 8 o'clock, man, I need Ben and Jerry's. I have an addiction. And I was serious. And she's like, you know what? Sounds like you have a nutritional deficiency. And I'm going to tell you what, I received that about as well as, I had a little bit ego. I was an athlete my entire life, and I was a Pilates instructor. And I thought I thought I knew everything. You know, I was drinking kombucha and green smoothies, but I just wasn't drinking enough. Okay. But I thought I was. So I didn't listen to her. She's a great friend of mine, my upline, soon to be national marketing director friend, one of my best friends. Now she was an acquaintance. So she dripped on me for 6 months, and 6 months later, same yoga class, same conversation. I'm so tired. I'm just, I was undernourished and overtrained as a marathon trainer. And I will tell you, this picture was my 5th month of doing different training races. So 1 month I did a triathlon. The next month I did a 50-mile bike race over 2 mountain passes. The next month, half marathon. You get the picture. 5 months, 5 different races. And I don't say that to, pat my own back. I say that because you can see how overtrained and undernourished I was. I was eating a power bar for lunch because Women's Health said that was healthy. Are you kidding me? Right? And I remember a training client of mine saying, Jules, you're not eating enough. And I was like, what? No, I am. It's fine. Get on the reformer and I'll work you out. And I wasn't eating enough, and it was showing up in my body. So she was awesome. Shared Juice Plus, the rest is history. 10 years later, 2 babies. It was my prenatal of choice. It's been incredible in so many ways, as we know. Now, the business for me was a little different. I did sign up as a distributor and a consumer at the same time because I wanted to cover my costs, and I knew I would at least share with my clients. I had 20 different clients and a big family. So I thought, okay, I can do that. Now I share these photos because for about 7 years, about 5 years, I had my own personal training business. So if you were at conference, you've heard this story already, but I'll share it anyway. 5 years, I had my own personal training business. I trained people in their second home. So actually a lot of people from California, Huntington Beach, I trained a few of them in their mountain home in Steamboat. And it was awesome because I had no overhead. So it was great before babies, but then after I had babies, I didn't want to pay $20 an hour for my kids to be watched by someone else. I just didn't. I had them and I'm like, I love my clients, but not that much. I don't want to go train them. And even though I had created the best of both worlds, no brick and mortar office, I just knew there was more. Well, we had moved from Steamboat to Durango. It was an expensive mountain town. And again, I share authenticity because it's one of my things that I value is to be authentic because I'm human. So we, 3.5 years ago, we were living in Durango. These 2 little guys, this is the picture in the season of life. My husband was working a ton. He was a manager for an outdoor company, independent contractor, and we were waiting on checks from these different companies. And we basically, to make a long story short, January hit 3.5 years ago. And I went to pay for groceries and I got declined, my credit and my debit card. And I know for a fact, I say this all the time from main stage. I'm like, I know in a group of 7,000 people, I'm not the first person that's ever happened to, but it's an awful feeling. And thankfully I went out to my car and I realized, oh my gosh, the reason my checking account didn't go through is my check, I didn't deposit. Oops. Okay. So went and cashed it, came back and got my groceries. And I went back to that car though. And I went, okay, I need a job. I need to go back to personal training. I need to create a new customer base again with personal training. That was what I went to in immediately my head. And I prayed and it came to me in a moment of Juice Plus. You can do this in stolen moments. You can do this before your boys wake up at nap time and after bed. And I did that, you guys. So here, you wouldn't guess it. And I share this picture because you don't know what people are going through, you guys. We had smiley faces. This is Christmas. And inside it was like, oh my gosh, can we even afford Christmas presents this year? Nope, we can't. Time to go to the thrift store, which, hey, totally cool. I wrapped up some used books and called it good. But you don't know. And so my upline sponsor never gave up on me. She kept telling me about conference calls. I finally jumped in. This picture is just a few months later. This is actually in July. So this would be about 6 months later when I gave it a hard yes. I went from Dead in the Water SC to SSC. My senior sales coordinator, my additional income covered this Hawaii trip to go to my sister-in-law's wedding. Paid cash, paid off all her credit cards between this time frame. Now, this picture is last August or last October when I became National Marketing Director. I got to walk on stage and say my speech. And that is my family now. And the reason I share these photos, same smiles, different stories, right? And actually what's so cool about this, and the reason I share what I'm going to get into, Your Vibe Attracts Your Tribe, we moved twice in 4 years. So Durango is when I kickstarted from this picture to here. We kickstarted and got from sales coordinator, dead in the water, to QNMD 12 Club by August, and we moved to Lander, Wyoming. Stayed there about QNMD 8-9 Club for about a year because you have to make deposits in community, right? You can't just come in guns a-blazing. And I'm going to show you that in this presentation. So I know that excuse of I'm new to the community, I don't know anyone. Guess what? Throw that excuse away. I moved twice in 4 years and built an NMD ship in S24 Club in 2 new communities. Now, what's so cool is now this business, of course, initially I was just stoked to get out of debt. Now we are buying a new house in Monument, Colorado. And the insurance package that NMD ship gives us when we become NMDs, we get to move back to Colorado. And we are golden. Rob is joining me in the company. He's a sales coordinator. But he is like, I'm ready. I'm ready to join you. We can blow this out of the water together. And that is what this business gives us. And I feel like we've made barely a dent. So I just want to paint that picture as you are sitting here. I don't know what position you're at, but dream big. Your life can change radically in a year. This is a year's time for me, 1.5 years of really kickstarting for 3.5 years. Okay. So without further ado, let's get into the talk. So the art of recruiting is my conversation. It really is an art. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So think about that. What vibe are you putting out to the world? You better believe people are watching your social media. They're watching you interact in the community. I've had people literally, when I moved to Lander, are you really that happy all the time? And I'm like, you know what? I'm authentic. So yeah, if that's how I'm showing up to the world, I'm not going to be unauthentic. Yeah, your vibe will attract your team. So what does this look like? I love this picture. Everyone loves Maverick, right? It's like, I fell in love with him when I was like 5. So what does this look like? So a little story for you. I don't know if you know this, but Top Gun was produced because there was really a lull in getting people to sign up for the Air Force. And guess what? Just a little movie came out called Top Gun. And you know how much increase of enrollment to naval aviation and Air Force went up? If we could unmute, I'd get guesses, but 500% the next year. Why? So I love this because it's a visual of why. Oh my gosh, Maverick, Iceman, Goose, like literally everyone that has watched this movie, unless you actually have gone through Top Gun. My sister-in-law's dad was in the Air Force and he actually went to Top Gun and he's like, I don't like that movie. It doesn't depict it. But I don't know. Everyone else didn't know that. Everyone loves Top Gun. Everyone loves Maverick. Okay, why? Your vibe attracts your tribe. What was Top Gun's vibe? What was Maverick's vibe? What's attractive? So what's attractive about him? What's attractive about us as the Juice Plus company and business and our teams? Confidence. You better believe he oozed sex appeal and confidence in that movie, right? Iceman, whoever you loved in that movie, everyone has a favorite. They all had confidence. So let's talk about that, you guys. So when I kickstarted my business 3.5 years ago, and I'm like, okay, I'm a sales coordinator with like a good customer base and 1 rep underneath me. I have an NMD mind. I knew I was going to do it. Like I'm the type, it's like cross the line. I know it's going to happen, but how do I get from here to there when I don't have the confidence of an NMD yet? I fake it till I become it. That is my mantra. I follow my butterflies. 2 quotes you want to write down. And I've said it in my 2 talks on main stage now, I follow my butterflies. So the butterflies are actually good things. They are up level you. So if you're scared to make that call, it's probably because that person is a big deal and you need to make that call, right? Or you need someone to ask you to come speak at their gym and that's intimidating. You better speak at that gym because it's important. It's going to lead to some greatness. I got the opportunity to speak in Anaheim on a Thursday. It was a 55-minute PowerPoint. You think that was nerve-wracking? Do you think I'm like, yeah, I'm a public speaker in front of, I don't know how many people were there, but let me tell you, it was a full room. I faked it till I became it. I don't even know if I became it. I just did it. And I just faked the confidence, and I went in and I'm like, I can do this. And then as you're speaking, the confidence comes. But you better believe, as I was standing on the stairs, literally I looked over at my husband and I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm nervous, but I'm going to do this. And you get that confidence as you move forward. Okay. So fake it till you become it. And now I'm faking it till I become a 39 club NMD, and then 100 club NMD, or 50 and 75, 100. But you're not just going to be that. You have to have that confidence before you become it. Okay, so other things that are attractive is being approachable. You know, if you look at our business and our culture of Juice Plus, the people those NMDs that I've looked up to forever, like just you name it, you know, even Jeff Roberti himself, he is approachable. You know, he's a guy I walked up and became NMD, and I said, Jeff, I sat down with you at Q School. Thank you for instilling some really great just words of wisdom. And his wisdom was like, get a freshman class, pay for everyone. It doesn't matter. Get them there, because you just need people. Right. And so he's approachable, whether he's like the top income earner of network marketing. Okay. And he's approachable. So that's attractive. Being humble, you know, again, same guy I'm just going to use. I'll use Jeff again. You know, he is humble. You know, he's pretty stinking humble for being in Top Network Marketing magazine. You Google him and he's across everything. He's still humble. He's sincere, you know, or think of the Cottons, or think of my upline sponsors, Gretchen Comstock. You know, she's sincere. She's humble. She's approachable. Those people that you're attracted to, vulnerable. This is a big one for me, because I want people to know, you know what, as I grow humbly in this business, I am vulnerable with where I came from. And we haven't always had it easy, but guess what? I'm not a victim. We get through it, and that's my story, and I get to share that with other people. So I love being vulnerable because it allows us to be relatable. Okay. Stay silly though. And that's why I had this picture. This is one of our like 80s parties with some of our team at one conference, several conferences ago. And you know what? Don't take yourself too seriously, right? You got to be silly, and you got to have some joy, because that's attractive. At least I think it's attractive to be joyful. Okay. So I listed off all of that information. How do we get joy? How do we get all those things? And I will tell you, the first thing for me is I start my day with reading material. And it changes up each month or whatever I'm finishing. But this is, if you were to look at my coffee table or next to my bed, this is what you'd see. This is what I'm reading right now. So my devotional is Gabrielle Bernstein, Miracles Now. And I actually do have an additional one called Marianne Williamson. And it's another, you could find it. It's a devotional. And then Lauren Slocum's I Am cards, I'm really enjoying. I don't know if you guys have seen them on Facebook or if you follow her on Facebook, but they're affirmation cards. And you just read one a week. That's what I do, at least. You could read one a day. But they're like, I am funny. I am witty. I am confident. They're reminders of who we are. And sometimes, you know what? Life it can be challenging. Whatever season you're in, it can be challenging. And so it's reminders. It's reprogramming our brain. It's minding our mind. So as we go out to the world and we're picking up and dropping off, we're going to the grocery store, we can show up with authentic joy and peace and kindness and self-control, right? You can show up those ways. And again, here's my monthly books. You know, you don't have to read mine, but these are some. And actually, this is an old one. I pulled up an older PowerPoint. Elizabeth Gilbert, Big Magic. Jordan Adler, Beach Money. That's another great one. Right now, I did finish those. The one I'm reading right now too is Tony Robbins' Money, his money book. It's a big one. It's going to take me a bit. So the next thing is, what is in your earbuds? So if you're driving, if you're driving and you have the net time, no extra time while driving, I'm always plugging in my earphones. And I will say, I live in a town of 6,500 people in Lander, Wyoming, and it's incredibly isolated. Like the closest airports are Denver, 6.5 hours. And I do this all the time. And Salt Lake City is 5.5 hours. But you know what's awesome about that? I listen to podcast after podcast. And by the time I get to the airport, I am like on cloud 9. I can take on the world. And because I'm getting free education. So I'm a huge believer in find one that fits you guys. Like if it is spiritual, if it is whatever it is, find one. But my favorites are, I love Lori Harder. She's actually in a different direct sales company, but I really love, she doesn't bring it up. She just teaches us, and it's called Earn Your Happy. I love her energy. We have a similar energy. Brenda Burchard was actually a child neighbor in Great Falls, Montana growing up, and he is a legend now. He's like as big as Tony Robbins. It's hilarious. It's crazy. It's awesome. But his is called The Charged Life. And then Lewis Howes I found through Lori Harder. He is awesome. He does 5-minute Fridays, 5 minutes, and they're powerful. And his are called The School of Greatness. Sorry, I'm talking fast. I get so excited. Can you imagine taking my spin classes? It's like, it's exciting. So I'm going to slow it down a bit. And then music you want to think of. If you are making calls and you're feeling a little, here's an example. I was making calls like a month ago, customer care calls. I was kind of feeling melancholy and mellow. And I realized I had put on a Pandora station that was kind of mellow and melancholy. And I wasn't as excited to do customer care calls. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so funny. I have to switch it to my dance cardio, because then I'm going to show up with like joy and excitement and, hey, how's your shred going? How's your Juice Plus going? They're going to feel that energy and be more excited as well. So just be mindful of that. I mean, there's, of course, I love NPR. I love mellow music as well, but there's times where it's better to listen than others, right? That's just my 2 cents. And then what do you have in your office? And I call mine the Bliss Haven, and I'm actually going to update it as we move. But if I were to show you around my office, I just took pictures of it because when I do this PowerPoint at regionals and boot camps, I can't show everyone. But this is literally, these are on my walls. So I call it the Bliss Haven because words are powerful. And all around me are words to remind me that I am powerful and to love life and do things with love. So check it out. Be your own kind of beautiful. Life's a beautiful ride. This is my manifestation board. Can I tell you, if you guys don't, just real quick side note, if you don't do vision or manifestation boards, you have to. Crazy. I love white cabinets, and I knew I'd end up buying a house with white cabinets. And this house in Monument that we are about 2 weeks away from closing on, guess what cabinet color? It literally looks like the picture I have on my manifestation board that I put there in January. White cabinets, white granite with gray fleck, dark floors. So crazy. So just, it's really powerful to put it there, put it right above your computer, make it. And I have 24 Club, 39 Club by December. You know, I'm putting it there because guess what? I'm human. And when I don't feel like picking up the phone, I look up and go, oh, okay, that's my dream kitchen. And that's not just going to fall in my lap. Like, it's not. And I moved to Colorado, it's not going to fall in my lap. It is expensive, but this time going back, we have a really nice income base. And 39 Club's not going to fall in my lap. That takes work. And so it's right in front of me all the time. And then these are pictures that inspire me and my family. All things are possible. Follow your dreams, for they know the way. Follow your dreams. So just a lot of affirmations of just life and how I want to live. So what's in your office? Maybe just get a couple things just to brighten it, or put something on your desk. It's cute. I'll do these Zoom calls or Zoom trainings, and I'll get Facebook messages of people, and they'll take pictures of their new updated office. And they're like, you're right. I feel more inspired in here. And it's powerful. So I do enjoy the saying, sometimes people don't. How you do anything is how you do everything. And it is true though, because people watch consistency and they align with work ethic, positivity, and movement. So when I moved to Lander, I've always been a consistent poster on Facebook, whether it is a family trip, because I want people to know, heck yeah, I'm a CEO mama. I have a career pay and stolen moments, and we're in Glacier National Park. Like, yeah, I'm already on vacation because we own our life. Our life doesn't own us. And that is what we all want to paint the picture. And so as you're vacationing, remember, you want to be consistent with that. People do watch us and they're like, how do you have time to travel with the career you have? I don't get this. Or how are you guys never sick? Or how do you have the energy to coach soccer? And da-da-da? They watch us. And they will align with you if you're consistent. And that's the magic word, is consistency. So how I, moved to these different communities, I created these community building events. And I love the salad parties, the salad prep parties. Let me just check the time. Okay. It'll wrap up, Lisa. I think we have about 25 minutes, but it should wrap up here in about 5. But I love salad prep parties. Honestly, last year I did one every single 2 weeks. I had other people volunteer to host, and it just creates a community feel. And it's trust. Trust is what builds our business. Is people who trust us, they are open to hearing about Juice Plus. So I love that. You can make vision and manifestation board creating nights. I usually do those for free. So it's just making deposits in your community, knowing that I'm not doing everything around Juice Plus. I'm doing other things. If you are certified, should probably be certified though. If you do yoga classes or fitness classes in the park, get savvy with that. When I moved to Durango, I had little guys. I had like not even a year-old and a 3-year-old. So I went on to this website called Meetup, and it is just, you can go and see what's happening around town. And at that stage of my life, there were meetups that were play dates at the park. And honestly, it was awesome because I would go and I would meet these women and I would friend them on Facebook. That's the ticket. Hey, can I friend you on Facebook so we can stay in touch? And then we built the friendship from there and deposits from there, but it's free. So that's an option. Real quick, let's talk about social media. I'm sure you all have extensive training on social media, but just to remind you, I'm going to ask, what are you putting out on social media? And some people don't love this conversation because they do want to post their political views. I, for one, think you should post it and delete it, but that's just me. I really love the no drama. And that can be hard. I get it. But I just feel social media for me is business and family photos. And it really creates trust. And I don't know, I just stay out of it. So that's just my 2 cents. Optimism, mind your mind before you get on Facebook. I've had reps in the past. Oh man, they would go on Facebook and they would rant and they weren't minding their mind first and getting their mind right. And I've had conversations like, I don't think that's going to suit your with Juice Plus. I mean, what are you promoting here? Negativity or healthy lifestyle? So mind your mind and then post. Stay authentic. If you are having a bad day, don't go on Facebook then. Don't. Go for a run and then post. Those endorphins will kick it up a notch. So stay authentic. You don't have to fake it. Do not fake it. I am an authentic person. And even in seasons of life where we've had trials, big trials, I have been authentic to those spaces. And it's interesting. Typically, we post what we need to hear. So if you are in a season of posting nothing but scripture, you probably need to hear that. Or nothing but, I don't know, we really post what we need to hear. If you really are going through a huge trial and you are posting like, we can get through anything, iron sharpens iron, that's usually what we need to hear. So stay authentic and it will show up on your Facebook reel anyway. Subtle, I think staying subtle is really key to Facebook posting, and hashtags are awesome. Most people read the hashtags before they actually read the content. So I hashtag a lot. Team True is my team. And that's an intrigue post. Then people go, okay, Team True, tell me about your team. I think I want to be on it. Can you tell me more about that? Hashtag Make a Life, Boss Babe, Healthy Living Revolution, Mompreneur. We all know those. JP Lifestyles. That's a subtle hashtag. And, you know what? I don't think I can go back. Oh, yay. Okay. These are examples. So this is actually taken off of just, actually this was last August. I didn't even update it yet because I like them so much. But this was like a 3-week period of different posts, and I have other things in there. But these were my quote tiles. You're better than unicorns, sparkles, and sparkles combined. New Monday, new week, new goals. So you're going to see, right? You see optimism, and then I'm tagging hashtag Team True, Make a Life. This is actually when I found out that I made national marketing director. I'm just a girl who decided to go for it. And it's true, and then I posted something like dream big, or, you're hashtagging those things, but that's examples of positive Facebook posts and being consistent with it. So to wrap it up in a bow, you will up-level yourself. So you will become the version of yourself that you want to continue to grow into. We all have that. So you'll up-level, and attract and find prospects if we and you and I, start our day with a winning mindset by minding our minds. Be consistent. Stay in line. So there were seasons in my life after babies, it was like, I can barely keep up with customer care, but I never quit. I never fired myself. So stay consistent, stay in line, stay coachable, have a positive social media presence, and stay consistent with that. You guys, is not magic. You cannot reap and sow in the same month. Typically you're making deposits and you don't even know 3, 4, 5 months down the road, you will reap the benefits of that. Be authentically you. And lastly, and probably most important, recruit up high-hanging fruit people. Who are the people that are intimidating to talk to? Call them, recruit up and invite into this business, and your business will change. And just remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. So you're minding your mind and you're going for it.
Oh my gosh, you are awesome. Your vibe attracts your tribe. It's why you have a great tribe.
Yes, it's fun. And I hope you learned some stuff. And if you need any more help, you can find me on Facebook.
Oh my gosh, Jules. I just want to wrap up by saying I took so many notes. I took 3.5 pages of notes. I love that you say follow your butterflies, because isn't it true when we feel nervous about calling that person that, like we said, is a little bit up, it makes us a little nervous, but that's exactly what we have to do in order to really grow. I love that. I have so many takeaways, and I know that my phone and my Voxer are going to be going off tonight. So I just want to thank you so much. If you guys want to unmute yourselves and say thank you to Jules so much. I know you're in high demand these days. I know you're a busy mom. I so appreciate the time, and I hope to repay it back sometime. So you are a doll, and thank you so much for being with us. And everybody just say good night.
Night.
Good night.